so fucking good today. This has been an incredible day. I'm so excited to be here.
Me too.
Like, yeah, my energy feels on top of the moon right now. So, and it might be due in part of like this lunar.
You got it.
It's just one. It's just one.
Yeah.
It's a lunar. This lunar soda, it's delicious actually. Orange cream soda.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet orange. Yeah. How are you, Corey? Like,
Good. Everything's
Yeah.
good. It's been amazing.
everything's good. You
Yeah.
look fucking fantastic today,
Thank
dude.
you.
What?
Thank you. You gotta stand out a little.
Yeah, you do. So what's new?
Not a lot. I mean, I'm in the insurance space.
Yeah.
So
Lean forward a little bit.
we're getting ready.
Okay.
It's a lot of
What does
people
that
getting
mean?
ready. It means people are getting ready for adult recreation.
Yeah.
Legalization to happen. So
Is now the time to get insurance because like it'll be cheaper than when you do it like 6 months from now? Is that a thing?
that's not a thing.
Okay.
It's not a thing.
I didn't know.
As you're rolling out your business plan, it's
Yeah.
a good time to start getting quotes. It's a
Sure.
good time to start looking at it.
Yeah.
And we do that for free. So we'll get you to your kind of next level.
Okay.
So when the licenses do start to roll out, you have a plan and you have a good understanding.
You'll be ready.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Yeah, awesome. Yes. Well, thank you for that important work. And I think it's work that people are like, they're like, oh, I'm going to open up a dispensary or I'm going to open up this kind of cannabis business. And they're like, oh, shit, I got to have insurance too.
It is the last thing
Okay,
people
well,
think about.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but it's important and it's necessary,
It is.
as we know. So, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What's new personally? Have you been to a lot of events? You've been
Yeah,
hobnobbing?
At the Doobie Dab.
Yeah, how was it?
It was great.
Yeah.
Nice time. I mean, very, very similar to what we've got going on.
Yeah.
Here, which is absolutely amazing.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, people have given Sergio a lot of props, and I have, I've just passed that on to him. Like, people are saying your event was well organized. It was really fun. Like, I wish that I would have been here because I would have wanted to jump on that little trampoline thing they had.
Those were crazy. Well, you have another opportunity to do that.
I can't wait.
So
yeah.
that turns into the Seavers Fall Festival.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's got to be
coming
coming
up.
up then.
Yep.
Yeah. When is it?
I think it starts next weekend or in a couple
Okay.
of weeks. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But Seavers Fall Festival.
Okay.
Go doing the same crazy yellow slide.
Yeah.
They'll have all the jumpy stuff there. Pumpkin patch. all
Yeah.
that
So
sort of
nice. They did it twice.
That's
right.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It's been a long time since I've seen you. Gosh, I think the last time I saw you was at like Lucky Leaf or something. Yeah.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. Like you see me, I'm out here doing my podcast thing. So
awesome.
yeah, thank you. I hope that I'm getting better at it. I feel like today is a chance for me to just like be more natural and like have a little fun. Where like when I'm in the studio, I'm like, what time is it? And like all the things. But this has been fun, and maybe I need to bring more of that back into the studio. I don't know.
Yeah, as you do it more. Absolutely.
It's evolving.
It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. What's been your favorite part of the festival today?
Just to see everybody.
Yeah.
I do a lot of cannabis insurance, so a lot of these are friends, people that I've known for years now.
Yeah.
And just seeing what this has turned into over the course of so many years is really unbelievable. Professionalism, the organization, and the people. It's such an eclectic group of people.
Yeah.
Young, old, every walk of life, all getting together, all doing stuff that they're passionate about.
All lovers of cannabis, man. Yeah, like that's what joins us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what's up. So tell my audience where they can find you for all their insurance needs.
Yeah. If you have insurance questions or insurance needs, you can find me at Lake Group Insurance. Email clake@lakeloofinsurance.com or give me a call 612-251-9191.
I knew you were gonna go old school on him, Corey Lake.
I still love a good phone call. It's a lot,
oh man, there's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for that. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing energy and just being a good friend. Every time I see you, it's always love, Corey. And man, those kind of people are just really important to have.
Thank you. Yeah, and this is amazing.
Yeah.
Really appreciate what you've been doing.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So this is Molly the Kush RN signing off from Conversations with Kush podcast from Legacy Cup 5. I'm so excited for Wisconsin Hemp Fest.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. It's an honor to be asked to be a part of their panel.
Yeah, Hemp Fest is going to be, it's going to be really fun this year. And I feel like our panels are top notch. A lot of really wonderful people who are very knowledgeable in their areas of expertise.
Yeah.
And I feel like people who are in the industry or people who are just coming because they've come for many years in the past.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot to learn from the folks that are coming, and I'm just really excited. I'm so glad that you can come.
I think what's important, especially for that area, is that it's not legal there yet. So we need to be getting the word out and getting people together, so that when it's time to get down to the Capitol to affect the changes in laws, we have boots on the ground.
Absolutely.
So I mean that's one place where you can really get people together and organize. So I hope it goes well with everyone. I hope it's well received. I feel like it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, the tide's turning now. People want legalization of cannabis. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's there are several campaigns right now that are intended to help free people who are still in prison for cannabis.
Right.
We're really happy to be partnering with 40 Tons brand to do some really great work. We'll have our first volume 1 of the Great Midwest Hemp Fest scene.
Okay.
Which will be really great. But there will be a nice surprise in there. I feel like it's great to say it, so I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
We have 4 of the prisoner profiles of folks who are still serving time.
Okay.
And that we are actively campaigning with 40 Tons brand to help release.
That's awesome.
So it's really great. There are actually postcards that you can rip out, and you can write words of encouragement or anything you really want to say, and then send it to the prisoners so they can feel that we're all actively working towards spreading awareness about the fact that these people are still in prison serving time over something that
give back a little hope, I feel like, right?
Yeah, give back a little
inspire
hope,
hope a little bit. I was talking to someone else earlier about the freedom of prisoners from prison, in prison from cannabis, and he was saying that, I lost it.
It's okay. There's too many, and it's time to let them out. And there's been a lot of.
Yes.
Is it around maybe getting expungements?
That's what I wanted to talk about. So Biden has a certain amount of days to go through and do all the pardons, and so I think it was 30,000 people that were expected to be released from those pardons. And I was just talking to him about the number of days that he had left in order to do that. So is that something that 40 Tons is working on, or push for that? Or
I think 40 Tons has been partnering with a lot of different brands, Beard Bros as well, and this is a Beard Bros.
Nice.
Shirt.
I love that.
Check them out, Beard Bros.
Yes. Okay.
But and they've been spreading a lot of awareness around Edwin Rupace, and trying to get him out, get him in front of the president's eyes to see and say it's time to let him out. He's been in prison for over 20 years, and he needs to see his kids. So
we needed a real organizational lobby though to come forward and just put a little pressure on him. I feel like it's okay, certain amount of days, here's your promise, old Joe.
Yep.
So
and
I don't know.
It's up to all of us right now to be the ones pressuring. So,
totally.
We're showing up in a lot of ways, and just excited to get people out into the street. The interesting thing about Wisconsin is there's no medical program. We're just operating with
so they have
Farm
nothing.
Bill.
Yeah.
And at this point, Madison is the only city that has decriminalized.
Okay.
Just within the city.
Okay.
So you're not going to get in trouble for smoking on I can't tell you where.
Yeah, right.
But so it feels a little bit hypocritical because we're kind of hey, look at us, we can do this, right?
Yeah,
but really the message that we want to get across is look at what it could be if we just let everyone in the state have access to this plant.
Right.
We want safe access. We want equitable access. We want to really speak on behalf of the protest itself has been going on for 53 years. This will be the 54th year of the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Protest.
Okay.
Run by really amazing people, Ben Maisel and a lot of the Yippies from that time.
Okay, cool.
Right? So Ed Rosenthal was associated with the Yippies, Dana Beal, Dennis Perone, like some of the main figureheads in the cannabis world.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, the forefathers.
Nice.
And so we're hoping that we carry on the torch. We don't want to forget that this is still a protest. It's not just a festival.
Right.
So we're excited for the protest that will happen on Sunday, September 29th at 4:20.
So it's a 2-day event, though. It starts Saturday.
Yep.
So the 28th and the 29th in Madison. What are the times?
From 11 to 6 p.m. both days.
Okay. And where is it located?
James Madison Park.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And say the name of it one more time.
The Great Midwest Hemp Fest and the Great Midwest Marijuana Harvest Protest.
Perfect. Leave it to my girl and fucking protest some shit, knock some heads around.
Get our activists out here. Wisconsin, we need you to show up. If you love Wisconsin and you're from Minnesota, show up.
And you love cannabis.
Yes.
Come on. Like, yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Thank
I
you.
hope to see you guys there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll be there for sure. Yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Come see Molly on one of the panels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it. Anything personally that you want to talk about?
I'm just glad to be in this community again.
Yeah.
I mean, last year I was a part of the production team for the event, and I learned so much. A lot of improvements from previous years, but since then I'm seeing a ton of improvements from last year. So
Right.
the team really did a great job and pulled it off. Kudos to Josh and the whole team, Joel, and the whole Legacy Glassworks team, and all of the affiliates now. Sue McLean, they did an amazing job bringing in the right people, and the lineup's amazing. Like,
totally.
it's a great time. So it's really cool to see how everybody in the community can kind of come and be a part of it in different capacities year to year, and really enjoy that process. And did you judge it all this year?
Not this year,
Okay.
just last year in the CBD category. I was pretty consumed with this, and I sponsored the Medic tent.
Okay.
So they, treated a few people for some like minor things today, which was good. But it's nice to have them on hand. Certainly allowed us to borrow their AED in case someone needed, more life-saving measures. So, yeah.
It's so great to know that those checks and balances are in place, and that there are really passionate people medicine.
Yeah, and we're just thinking about it, like, okay, I've noticed that this was kind of a gap last year, so hey, have you guys thought about doing a medic tent? And okay, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that was nice. And this certainly isn't the same weather as what last year was, but like, still, anything can
Last year was
happen.
pretty hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
And it had just had like a torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was muddy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But everybody pulled it off that year, and I guess it rained this morning, but you can't tell.
Yeah, it was a light drizzle. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was really great to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for your panel.
Thank you. Yeah, me too. Thank you again for the opportunity. And let's go fucking watch Lupe.
Let's
Okay.
go fucking
All right.
smoke one.
Bye. Okay. So, what's new?
What's new?
Yeah.
Two things two things that were put on my radar was some important work that some people are doing called the End of Slavery, and where they're trying to at least get, when I hear Oak Park Heights say that they're a city inside of the penitentiary, I always wonder why the city workers aren't getting paid. And so I know that someone's working on trying to get the brothers and sisters that are in prison right now at least more than 10 cents an hour, because they tax them on the 10 cents an hour. So they're working on something where they can get them at least $16 an hour and put that money towards, when they come home, if they owe any restitution, if they owe any child support, as opposed to sending them home with nothing but a felony felony on their back. And then another thing that I think is important is someone else is working on protections for landlords and property management managers. And we had a property management manager axed, hit with an axe 18 times. Then we had another one shot just within the past 2 weeks here. So those protections
Wow, where did this happen?
in Minneapolis.
Shit. What are you doing in politics now?
I'm not really moving in politics right now. I'm just like
Are you just like
using
done with it, or?
I don't. So here's the important thing to note. Like I actually did a lot of good work while in politics. I don't think if people know. Like I brought over $78 million worth of investments into my community, and then a lot of seeds were planted while I was there. So like when you think about like the free lunch package where the students are getting free lunch now all across the state of Minnesota, that was just something that I brought to the state capitol in 2016, and I can remember them like saying that. We can find the money. We don't have the money. We're going to find the money. And then COVID came, and not only did they have the money, but they were delivering food with the school buses. But that bill didn't even get a hearing when I was in office. And then immediately after I got out of office, that bill passed. And so my job also was to plant seeds at the state capitol and watch them grow. So I didn't go into politics to be a politician. I went to actually plant seeds and become a change agent. And so I may run again. You know, never know what's in the making for me. But I'll keep that door open.
Keep them on their toes, right? Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
a disruptor. I think that's what they call it, like when you work for HR or whatever. Yeah.
What are you working on?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
This right here. My interview skills.
So, is there anything in the cannabis world that you're looking to get put into legislation?
I mean, yeah, everything that's healthy. I want to see, as far as like as things are going through a rulemaking right now, I think there's an issue about the people that are going to educate medical patients. And so some people, the way the draft came out, it was like you only needed 30 hours of training in cannabis in order to consult someone on their medical cannabis. And I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. I'd much prefer having a nurse do that, or a license, someone with a license in medicine, like a pharmacist. So they're saying, well, pharmacists, they're too expensive, so then it kind of like kicks down to us, and it's a natural fit because nurses were the educators, right? So
You know what I think is really something that we should also push for.
what?
Because we have our governor and soon to be vice president, maybe in a position to
100%.
actually change some federal laws. I think that we should
100%.
actually 100% end that federal noose that they have around our neck when it comes to cannabis legalization and prohibition, and finally make it just a federal, like just remove it, period, on a federal level.
Deschedule it, right, and just make it legal.
I think that's something that could be worked on,
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that we push for if we're asking for something in the cannabis world also. And then education, and also making sure that more people that look like me are able to be able to obtain these legal licenses in order to actually make some money off of something that they punished our community for so long. And so I think those are some important things to work on a federal level also, not only as a state level, but we should work on county, city, and state, and federal. On all those levels. Somebody did it for us. And so I think it's important that we continue to do some of the same things that people have done for us so that we are able to benefit from some of these. I hope I'm not saying too much.
No, pick up the reins and keep it moving, right? Yeah. Awesome.
It was good talking.
You're done. You're cutting it. You're cut. That's what he said.